buckle your seatbelts, because we're getting ready to bless the Lord. Words here about love, the descriptions of love. Starting with verse 4. It said love is long-suffering and kind. Love is long-suffering and kind. Remember, we're not talking about eros, stergos, and we're not talking about philios. Because if you're honest about yourself, you were in some relationships in your life. Amen. That no matter how good the eros love was, if they messed with something else like your money or something like that, you let them go. Some of us right here, in here right now, you don't speak to some of your family members who gave you stergos love because maybe they have messed with your money or messed with something of value to you, and so you don't even talk to some of your... So stergos love, we're not talking about stergos love. Even brotherly love, somebody you said that you love, let's say they messed with something in your life that was of great value to you. That brotherly love, you said, I got your back, I'm always there. That person, you turned your back on them. And they turned their back on you. How many ever had a good friend that you lost? Yo, we gonna be friends forever. Those loves don't last. So let's look at love suffers long and is kind. Look what it says here. Love suffers long and is kind. Now, long suffer, love will endure for a long time. Love, long suffering means endurance. How many of you ever ran a race? And I know I was in the military and I ran, I used to run. No matter how tired I was, I had to finish the race. I had to finish PT tests. I had to finish because no matter how I felt, I still had to run. And long suffering means endurance in the midst of adversity. Anybody can suffer, but suffering and going through something is different than just suffering. God says you must be long suffering. How many ever been in a relationship with somebody and they was trying your patience? They were working you. They were working you. But guess what? No matter how they treated you, you was long suffering. You stayed put. You battened down the hatches. And you said, I must endure this situation. It's not about your feelings. See, this is the thing where we have to get. See, I love to listen to testimonies like Sister Chu just gave. Because if you ever want to see the glory of God work in your life, you must be able to go through and you must be able to suffer long. You must be able, you're not going to just see the roses in every relationship. If the preacher was worth a grain of salt, and he said, for better and for worse, we just want to see better all the time. But sometimes worse lasts a long time. And he says, through sin till death do you part. Now, why is divorce 60-70% nowadays? Because folks, and this ain't in the world, this is the church. Because many people are not long suffering. But if you have learned about agape love and you have been shown agape love, guess what? You will be a little bit more long suffering. Because if you're honest, God put up with a lot of your mess. And God is still putting up with much of our mess. God is still long suffering with us. Amen. But if you ever come into the realization of what you've been given, you wouldn't be so quick to throw in the towel. Agape love. Agape love is kind. When you have, when we have shown, when we have and shown God's love, it will be seen in the simple acts of kindness. When a person has agape love in their life, it's not big things, but it's the simple acts of kindness. Now, showing simple acts of kindness may be easy when the other person is kind. Let's say you come home and you always cook for your husband. But just this, you got a new job and now you're the one working, and now when you come home, there's no food on your table for you. Now, do you cop an attitude and say, well, you remember when I cooked for you and I no, or do you say, okay, in spite of that, I'm going to still show you kindness. I know I worked all day, but I'm going to come in and I'm still make you something to eat. Ooh, that's hard. Oh, that's hard. You know what? But guess what that is? That's agape love. That's hard. See, it's easy to say it. It's easy to read it off the paper. But to do it is a different thing. That's right. Simple acts of kindness. It's not easy. But love is kind. A wonderful measure of kindness is to see how children receive it. Children won't receive and respond to unkind people. Do you ever watch children, how they deal with unkind people? Children let you know before. My children let me know that something ain't right about her dad. Unkind people, but see, agape love will bring that kind of love. What you have been given is easy to give. Let's look at this. Love does not envy.